15th of August 1947. That was a glorious day for Indian modern history and the people of this great country, originally called Bharatiya. While this particular day may be identified and glorified by a few people who were in hand, the credit goes to 2 to 3 generations before that, our ancestors who had intellectually worked very hard to convince the colonial rulers, Britishers, to allow Indians independent development of their own culture and heredity as was required in this modernized global society. Yes, looking back to the position of Indian culture, which is thousands of years old in Vedic and Bhakti traditions, with individual importance to wisdom, intuitiveness, and progressive thinking. Needless to say, it is these great thinkers of India who had identified the position of human as related to the Panchabhutas and cosmic forces which are prevalent constantly in this world. They had identified the position of the human and the fortunes, potentials based on the time and the spot at which they were born on the surface of earth. Credible that all these may be, with accommodativeness and intellectual absorption of every person or a society into Indian form of accommodative thinking. The last 1,000 years was finally interrupted by the trading culture of Westerners who walked into India merely as a trader, subsequently developed as a colonial administrator of this otherwise tolerant set of people. Needless to say, even these last 300 plus years of colonial control had not changed the Indian thoughts in any serious way. They had still continued maintaining a tolerant, non-violent, non-interfering culture, always propagating non-alignment with any of the adventure seekers. The last 70 odd years had brought an enormous amount of change in thinking of the Indian, who had otherwise been subjected to synth culture. The Buddhists and Jainists, the Bhakti and Vedic cultural thinkings. With the modern science having taken over, the life and the living styles of an adventurous stream of people of today and their adventurous thinking into travel beyond the surface of Earth into not merely the globe, but into space adventure, development of aerospace oriented weapon systems, etc., has seriously changed our youth and their thinking. Needless to say, the Indian youth today stand benefited by the ancient culture, social values, while they are pursuing the modern systems of scientific life and scientific social relationship globally. They do appreciate the universal citizenry, the united national legislation, and even the World Health Organizations. All these have changed the entire population of the world, and Indian youth, an extremely highly benefited set of young persons, are more equipped in deeper thinking and global lifestyles. These are simple things that I can talk to you about our Independence Day, which has made all of you youngsters fortunate to belong to this country of ancient intellects.